Good morning, students. I hope you all are fine. My name is Priyanka Thakur and I am a teacher trainee of Siliguri Tarai B.Ed College, 3rd semester. So today I am going to teach you a very small topic from the subject biology. Okay? So students, what will you do if you get to know that there is a harmful or poisonous substance in your house? Yes, you will find it and then remove it, isn't it? If you did not do so, it will cause harm to you and your family, isn't it? So that's why you would find all the possible measures to find that harmful substance and then remove it from the house, isn't it? In a similar way, various metabolic wastes are produced in our body. These metabolic wastes are harmful. These are toxic and poisonous to our body. So this metabolic waste should be removed from our body. So what is needed? A system is needed for the removal of this metabolic waste from the body, and this is known as your excretion. So today in this chapter, in this topic, we will learn about the excretion and the various organs associated with it. So, students, if you all remember, when we were studying the human excretory system, we studied the organs associated with it, isn't it? What were those organs? Yes, kidney, isn't it? And ureter, urinary bladder, very good. And urethra, isn't it? So, these were the organs associated with the human excretory system, isn't it? So, kidney, it is the main, the most important organ for excretion. Now we all know that human beings consist of two kidneys. Human beings consist of two kidneys. Each of them is a bean-shaped structure, isn't it? So these kidneys, each of these kidneys consists of millions of microscopic filtration units, which is known as your nephron. So what does this kidney consist? Nephron. Which are the microscopic filtration units. So nephron is the structural and functional unit of kidney. So we will see the structure of a nephron. So here you can see structure of a nephron. Nephron is divided into two parts: Malfidian corpuscle and renal tubule. This Malfidian corpuscle is again divided into Bowman's capsule and glomerulus. And renal tubule is divided into four parts. That is proximal convoluted tubule, Henle's loop, distal convoluted tubule and collecting tubule. So what we saw, that nephron consists of two parts. Nephron consists of two parts: Malfidian corpuscle and renal tubule. This Malfidian corpuscle is again subdivided into two parts, that is your Bowman's capsule and glomerulus. And the renal tubule is divided into four parts, isn't it? First one is your proximal convoluted tubule. Second one is your Henle's loop. Okay. Third one is your distal convoluted tubule. And the last one is your collecting tubule. Okay. So, these are the parts of a nephron. Okay. Now, we will see the structure of a nephron. Okay. So, the first part of a nephron is your Malfidial corpuscle. Isn't it? Now, as we all know, Malfidial corpuscle has been divided into two parts. Bowman's capsule and glomerulus. Isn't it? So, you can see this is structure of a nephron. Okay. This part, this cup-shaped structure, okay, is your Bowman's capsule. Okay. And these blood capillaries, okay, Bowman's capsule consists of blood capillaries known as your glomerulus. Okay. So, this two part is your Malfidial corpuscle. Okay. This cup-shaped structure is your Bowman's capsule and the blood capillaries present in it is known as your glomerulus. Okay. This glomerulus, okay, the blood capillaries present in it brings the blood, okay, that is filtered in this Bowman's capsule. Okay. Then renal tubule. Proximal convoluted tubule is the first part of renal tubule. Okay. So, this tube, okay, long tube, is known as your proximal convoluted tubule. Okay. Then is your, see this U-shaped structure. It is also a tube-like, but it is in a U shape. Okay. This is known as your Henle's loop. Okay. So, next is your, again a tube-like structure is known as your distal convoluted tubule. Okay. Now, you can see this whole tubule, okay. It is being connected to this part, isn't it? So, this part is known as your collecting tubule. Okay. So, what is happening? This is the proximal convoluted tubule, the first part of renal tubule. Loop of Henle's or Henle's loop is the second part of the renal tubule. Distal convoluted tubule is the third part, and then this yellowish part is your collecting tubule. So, these are the four parts of renal tubule. Okay. From here to the collecting tubule, it is the renal tubule, and this Bowman's capsule and glomerulus is your Malfidial corpuscle. Okay. So, what is happening? The blood carrying different waste products comes here in the glomerulus. Okay. And here it is filtered by the Bowman's capsule. Okay. Now, what happens? The filter is passing through this tube. Okay. In this tube, what happens? The useful substances, that is the ammonia, okay, different types of proteins, glucose, these are useful for our body, isn't it? So, these substances are reabsorbed in these tubules. Okay. In the tubules, the useful substances are reabsorbed, and then the waste products which are to be removed from the body gets collected in this collecting tubule. Okay. This yellowish part. Now, this is the structure of a single nephron. But we said that kidney consists of millions of these microscopic filtration units, isn't it? So, this is the structure of a single nephron. Now, there will be millions of nephrons in one kidney, isn't it? So, this is the collecting duct, okay. So, different collecting tubules, okay, will go and meet into the ureter. Okay. So, is this clear to you all? Okay. So, what is happening now? From this collecting tubule, okay, we studied the kidney, isn't it? These were the two kidneys, isn't it? From here, the ureters urinary bladder and the urethra, isn't it? So this nephron, okay, this nephron is present in the kidneys. Okay, there are millions of nephrons. So after the reabsorption in the tubules, okay, after the reabsorption of useful substances in the tubules, the waste products which has to be removed from the body gets collected in the collecting tubule. Okay, now the collecting tubule of the various nephrons in the kidney, okay, they gets or meet together in this part, and then they pass the waste products, okay, which contain some water, okay, urea, uric acid. So these are the waste products. So they travels down through the ureter, okay, from the collecting tubule. So from both the kidney, okay, collecting tubule from here, collecting tubules from here, okay, they meet here, they go to the ureter, to the both the ureters, okay. Now these waste products gets collected in the urinary bladder. This is the urinary bladder, isn't it? This is the urinary bladder. These are the kidneys. This is the ureter, the tube-like structure. Okay. So from the ureter, what happens? The waste products, okay, which consists of urea, uric acid and all, gets collected in the urinary bladder. Okay. When the urinary bladder becomes full, okay, from the waste products, it is expelled out from the urethra in the form of urine. Okay. So what happens? Urine is expelled out from the urethra, okay, when urinary bladder becomes full of the waste products. Okay. So this is how the excretory products, okay, the waste products produced by our body is removed from our body. Okay, with the help of the excretory system, okay, with the help of nephron which is present in the kidney. Okay. So we studied nephron has various parts, isn't it? Malfidial corpuscles and renal tubule. Malfidial corpuscle consists of two parts, that is the Bowman's capsule and glomerulus. In the chart, we saw the cup-like structure is your Bowman's capsule and the blood capillaries is your glomerulus. Okay. Now, in the renal tubule, what happens? The first part is your proximal convoluted tubule, isn't it? So, it was the first part of the tube, okay, the tube-like structures. Then comes your U-shaped, okay, the U-shaped loop of Henle or the Henle's loop. It is in the U shape, isn't it? From here, the tube was there, the distal, proximal convoluted tubule, and then after that, loop of Henle, then the distal convoluted tubule, and finally the collecting duct or the collecting tubules. These were the parts of the renal tubule. Okay, so this was the structure of nephron. Okay, so this much all for today. We will meet in the next class with some new interesting topics. Till then, thank you.